From days of long ago, created by the cosmic legends of the universe. There stands one man, one great man. A man dedicated to preserving all that is good in pop culture. Loved by few, hated by many. Alone in his fortress of awesomeness, he battles fearlessly against the wolf, the evil, the unjust. To right that which is wrong, to stand for justice, to serve all mankind. He is the one, the only, the comic Relief Crusader.
Hey everybody, how's it going? It's the end of the week and the most wonderful time of the year. I know I put a little bit of a different spin on it, but I don't care because it's Friday and everybody's here right now enjoying the weather and the good cheer, good spreader towards men. Hey everybody, it's Frantic Fridays. It's Friday on this channel. It's the end of the week, unless you're on the other side of the international date line. Then it's Saturday. Good morning to you people over on the other side of the line enjoying a Saturday morning. But it's Friday here in North America, and that's all that matters. And you're here on this channel. Welcome to everybody that made it so far. Hello, Dark Helmet Heathen. To all of you that don't agree with anybody on this channel, but that's okay. That doesn't matter. And Melted Copper, how's it going, dude? 7 minutes. What the fuck? Teague left early to poop for this. So, yeah, he did, but he's here, and that's okay. And we got Pop Culture Republic. Hail to Pop Culture Republic. And everybody's favorite Kiwi, Carla Burton. Hello to you, Carla Burton. How's it going? Nice to see you here. And, well, we get to that point in the show where I just stop rambling and introduce everybody. So, that being said...
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
Pop Culture Republic, how's it going, dude?
Oh, it's great. Every day is great.
Is every day great?
Oh, it is.
It is. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That's good to know. So, because we made it through another week.
Yeah,
oh
we
God.
made it through another week, coming to the last Monday of the week, otherwise known as Friday.
Exactly.
That's
where
right.
Where everybody fries their brains stupid. So,
then we take 2 days off and do it all over again.
Exactly. Right? Repeat and rinse. So,
unless you're self-employed, then you're pretty well screwed.
That's true. Tony Stark of Iron, how's it going?
Hello, sir.
Hello.
My day off. Where do I go? The Fortress of Awesome. That's where I go.
Yes. Nice to have you here, dude. And and we got somebody new here. Mikey Susie 4. Hello, everyone. Putting on the Reds. Yes, you are. That's why you are here. And in fourth chair, just finishing off his show of 2010, A Space Odyssey, is Admiral Teague. How's it going?
Hey guys, good to see everybody. Mike,
I haven't seen you forever, dude.
Hey, I got to ask a question to the panel. This is the only, as everyone knows, this is the only news I'm exposed to. So, guys, could someone tell me why Governor War Squirtle went after Governor Goodhair? Were they debating who had a more gay Disneyland and how to deal with it? Because I don't know what the fuck that was about. Why is this relevant? Are either of them?
I have absolutely no idea. I've been ignoring all that. It's like, yeah,
I tried hard. Yeah, I was offended that this was done. Like, who cares what these guys think?
Who cares?
Right.
And what's the relevance of a Florida-California debate? It's like, well, our Disneyland is somewhat more upscalable than yours. It's like, fuck you both.
So basically, they're comparing the size of their shits. So
Yeah,
which one sticks the most?
and no one cares what I mean. It's like we got a Southeast United States state that's a real state. I mean, hats off to Florida. And you got California, which what did they say would be like the 11th biggest economy in the world or something like that? It'd be a significant player in world politics of its own country. It would also be like a freaking Stalinist regime, but that's a whole different thing. The deal is, what the fuck is the point of having an adversarial conversation between these two men who do not agree on anything? Like, let's watch two people posture. Gee, no one should ever say that. No one should ever say that the stupid news. Style. Yeah, we don't generate this. We don't generate the stupid news, ladies and gentlemen. We simply report it. That was one of the stupidest, most pointless wastes of time I could ever think of a society. It's like what happened? Like the future alien scientists, they have like 2 or 3 pieces of material, like. And then we have this political debate. As far as we can tell, this guy, he hated Mickey Mouse, and the other guy with the good hair, he really liked him.
There you go.
That's about as much as we can. I mean, fuck you both.
Well, Ray Lucard just settles the argument right there, and hail to Ray Lucard. Well, I'll settle it. The business Disneyland is Tokyo Disneyland. There you go.
Am I right? Doesn't Ron DeSantis look a bit like the War Squirtle?
I think you're right.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And hello. I know Mikey Suze. Hello, Mikey Suze. How are you?
Let's see. Well, as we're waiting for our other +1, Tom, he's going to be a little bit late, but that's okay. He'll be here eventually. So that being said, let's get right into, as we're talking about stupid news, let's get into stupid news.
Oh boy, here we go.
Bad news.
I learned to read for this.
Exactly. Never goes away unplanned. Okay, so whatever. It doesn't matter anyway. So let's see. In stupid news this week, let's see. I wanted to say one till Tom got here. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay, so this in stupid news, let's see, from News 8. Homeless couple found living in Walmart attic with hot plate, meth lab, and 42-inch LED TV. Well, if you got to live in comfort. So
wait, did this happen again, or did we do this story?
We did this bit.
No, we didn't do the story at all. So
no. What?
Oh
wow!
Did we not do this bit?
Yeah,
I don't thought. I remember seeing.
And how do I know about this? This happened again. That hot plate was making meth.
It wouldn't surprise me if it happened again.
Would be my
Mandela
yeah,
effects over here. Holy
why
effort.
should I go? Why should I pay rent when I could just live in the fucking ceiling of a Walmart?
Yeah, because I remember
exactly
Admiral Teague said, we did this. I don't know if we did this here, but Admiral Teague said, look at those two people right there. Those are some fine, real Americans. I remember that.
That's right. Yes, I think I did say that. And by the way,
yeah.
I proposed that because these people
up to a review.
And also because the northern border is covered with, across our northern border, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing but foreigners. And what I think we need at the northern border, they're a little more polite. They're passive aggressive in the way they cross the border, but they're not like, they're not going to go jumping over it. I say we need a Walmart at the border. It runs from sea to sea, ocean to ocean. One Walmart, one side America, one side Canada, a giant duty-free zone, and you know what? We would have customs agents to go in and out, and no smoking, and no smoking meth in the ceiling. My God,
full of liquor and alcohol.
What country was just now? Where did these people live? Michigan. What part of Michigan? What part of Detroit did they live in?
I'm gonna guess. Yeah, probably Michigan. Yeah.
The part of Detroit become human.
Where the fuck are they?
I'm gonna have to say that lady just looks so constipated right now.
She looks like she has been
just what happens when you eat all the blocks of cheese.
She's charging her power.
No, they made meth with mopping fluid and pledge and some other stuff and things that you should never ever take into your body.
Yeah, that's not her final form. That's not even her final form, dude.
Hey, Wendy.
Yeah, exactly. What is with
hey,
Wendy Trouble Warrior, how's it going?
based on the picture, aside from the fact they're insane, kid, I'm thinking hoofing. Is that Large Marge?
Tell him Marge sent you.
Probably.
And when they pulled the body from the rack, it looked like this.
Oh my God. Melted copper. That's Kentucky, Tennessee, clearly. So-
Hey, I resemble that remark.
Oh my God. It's like this is what I'm wondering. How long could they have possibly been? So wait a minute. Since when does Walmart have attics?
Mike, just look at the
That's what
private
I'm
chat real
wondering.
quick.
That's a
It's
Okay.
not. I don't.
because if I'm
I think the attic might be an ad hoc term, or it's very possible that this Walmart was not designed as a Walmart. They took over another structure that had an attic, something like, you know, what would lend itself to a Walmart? A giant multiplex, just knock out the walls. You know what I mean? So that could conceivably have an attic. I'm thinking this building did not start out as a Walmart. So you got the private chat, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh yes, it did. Yep. Yeah, she looks like
no,
she made love to a trailer hitch.
She looks like she got struck by fucking meth lightning.
Meth lightning. It's like regular lightning, but on meth.
Go meth lightning, cooking up a hot plate in Walmart. Meth lightning, go meth lightning.
Exactly.
Those pictures
Oh
speak
God,
volumes.
that's enough of that thing.
Yo, goodness, thank you. Because those pictures
It does,
speak
it does.
volumes.
It does. Oh, you're welcome.
By the
It
way,
did.
let's just on a serious
But
note.
that
if
is
you are
speaking
addicted
of
to drugs-
volumes.
But by the way, just on a serious note, if you're so addicted to drugs that you've lost your home and live in the ceiling of a Walmart, please start going to the 12-step program. You know that I don't know if it's a disease, but I've seen those 12-step programs work. You need help.
Yeah. And thank you, Pop, because speaking of volumes, this here,
Here we go.
our beloved Eminem. Yeah. Eminem
Oh,
being
no.
white is so embarrassing. I want to delete myself. So apparently the rapper
who?
says he's so embarrassed of his race that he wants to check out of life. Yeah, exactly. Who?
Who?
So-
I'm
I
sorry.
wanted to be on a
When
live.
was the last time he was relevant?
Yeah, exactly right. And hail, Andy Derivative Jill. 7 years. That's a good question. But I just heard this story right now. It reminds me of a grosser version of the movie where the heart is. Lady gets abandoned at a Walmart and has her baby there. Like,
Oh, wow.
God, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
What do you name the kid?
God.
Wally?
Yeah.
Walter Martin, get back over here.
Wally.
I'm going to be honest about this. Like a lot
But
of people
there's a
hate hip-hop.
special on aisle 4, Mom.
Oh, yeah,
A lot of people
exactly.
hate hip. A lot of people hate hip hop.
Oh,
I happen to
my
really
God.
like it. I happen to really like it, especially old school. I still do love the
Exactly.
same rock and roll and punk rock that everyone else loves and stuff like that. But I like hip hop, right? And I
Yeah.
will say this: although he has not been relevant in 12 years, if he goes on tour with NWA or just gets his shit together and wants to, he can probably. I trust him to roll off a good hip hop record, and I think it's probably because of the fact we went from physical media to streaming that his last album might end up being the last biggest selling CD of all time. Because population theory,
Yeah.
he outsells the Beatles, and because of technology, no one can beat it. I think that might have happened.
Melted Copper, because he's rapping about mortgages and back pain now. Yeah, I think he is. So,
Right.
yeah. Let's see. Mikey, Susie Ford. They both resemble mental unstable hillbillies. Yeah.
You know what? He's not a
And
I'm
hillbilly.
a
He's from
hillbilly
the-
and I'm mentally unstable. I resemble that remark.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's mentally unstable, perhaps, but he's not a hillbilly. He's from Detroit. It's a real city. We wish it would go away,
Yeah.
but it exists. And their football team can kiss my ass, as can the Tigers. Although I would like to go to that stadium. I think it would be fun. It
See,
looks like a good stadium. But I want to
He
say,
almost looks as them as the people that had the Myth Lab in the Walmart. So
I want to know when this picture's from. You can't tell.
probably
Between
2007.
This could be a 2007 picture, or he could have had a facelift, and the wool hat is covering all of it because it's perfectly placed.
Yeah, exactly right. So you know what,
But
dude?
I
If
mean,
you're
I
just
still
so
trust him I trust him. I'm sorry, just quickly. I trust him to like kick off a good song. If he had a good song, I would try to look the other way unless he said something really fucked up, because he made us laugh after 9/11 with that fucking "What's My Name" video. I give him credit for making me. He was the first person to make me laugh out loud at Osama bin Laden, and I needed to because I hate him.
exactly.
Thank you, Star-Lord, for deleting him. I'm so glad Star-Lord deleted him.
Yeah. Let's see. If you're born in Hollywood, you need to give the Southern accent. I saw 8 Mile.
I saw 8 Mile.
I would like Shazam, Shazam, Shazam. Hi,
Golly,
folks.
sorry.
I'm Eminem. Golly, I'm going to be hitting down some tracks right now.
He's kind of more of a snowbilly if you think about it. The thing is,
I would love to see Eminem do that, right? Just a Gomer Pyle track of some
Straight
sort.
up Gomer Pyle. Golly, Sarge.
I'm trying to remember if I've seen him. I think I might have seen him like with NWA or something. Like the thing is, like he can look. The rap music's not for everyone. Hip hop music's not for everyone. He is pretty good at it, and and now he whines about his mortgage. He's always been kind of a complainish rapper. Like he should have, if he just would have learned how to play the blues, you'd have been like, my first wife, Kim, she done been a problem. Wow, now. You know what I mean? Like he's a blues singer. Like
exactly. Right?
What problem after that? It's like I'm going to suck. Like did he vampirically suck the life out of Brittany Murphy? So like she was in that movie. He's okay, and she's not around. I give him credit. Dating Kim Basinger in 2000 must have been a lot of fun. Can you imagine being Alec Baldwin and like your romantic rival is Eminem? You're like, fuck. At least for fucking up Alec Baldwin, we'll give him credit.
Yeah, Ray Lucard. If you're poor in movies in England, you're Cockney. That's true. I would imagine, even though Cockney is the original accent in London. Yeah, that's true.
Isn't it weird?
Last I heard, there's probably like 100 different accents in the London area, at least.
Okay, Henry Higgins. I got one for you. Roger Moore grew up across the street from Michael Caine, and only went into acting because Michael Caine and him were friends, and they just kind of went to auditions together for fun. And he just kind of made it. And I think you could see from listening to them, they absolutely sound like they grew up on the same block. On the other side of the coin, the Rolling Stones, Mick and Keith grow up around the corner from each other, but go to different schools because Mick tests high. What a surprise. And Mick tests like drooler. They're like, we're sending you to the academy over. Yeah, like after Mick's test, so like
exactly right.
At the end of the test to Mick, they're like, congratulations, sir. The world needs accountants. And then like Keith walked out, they're like, sir, the world needs ditch diggers. Congratulations. But like, you know, so if you ever heard him like Mick, Keith's like, going to sound like a pirate. And then, you know, Mick's like, and you know, that's when I realized that we could put our capital together and have a tour where we made $1 million a night and only had to work 90 nights and still make 365 million. To which I say, well done to myself. And like London, he went to the London School of Economics, and the other guy went to trade school, equally successful. Like, let's just put to say it, Keith Richards puts serious work into playing that guitar.
There we go.
But yeah,
well,
how do they
let's see.
have different accents living on the same block? You know, I just think I proving
that
up with
diversity
Mick's accent. I think if you listen to the old Rolling Stone stuff, Mick sounds like he's just trying to sound like he's poor. He's like, "Oh, it's good to see everybody," and now he's like, "Oh, hello, it's Mick Jagger."
Nice. Yep. Well, as some people might know, Echo, I believe, is probably out today. Not that I'm watching it or anything like that, but
nope.
Well,
that dropped today.
Wow.
I got a question. Hold on.
Apparently,
I'm jiggling.
I think the first 2 episodes. There we go.
It's on the list of things I don't keep up with.
I think I got my question. Right? All right, you ready, guys? Who cares? Okay. Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Exactly. There we go. Brilliant.
It took all of my brain cells to come up with that.
There we go.
Who cares?
You're so brave.
Who cares?
And I'm going to say hey to Dadman Walking 55. Hail CRC. Hey guys, can't stay at a med appointment, but wanted to drop by and then food. there we go. Nice.
Oh, cool.
Well, I'm glad that you could join, Dot, man. Hope that everything goes well at the medical appointment. So be brave, my friend. Be brave. So, but yeah, seeing how Echo is out right now, we're not going to be talking about Echo, but going to be talking about a little bit about Marvel because, of course, they always have plans in the works, all the time. So we just can't get enough of that. But this from Bounding in the Comics, rumor. Ooh, it's a rumor. Marvel to recast trio of classic Avengers following the franchise's soft reboot in Secret Wars. Oh, we're back to Secret Wars again. Oh, yay. What could possibly go wrong with
Wait,
this?
no,
another storyline for them to screw up.
It's a secret, man.
Exactly.
It's a secret.
Guys, don't tell anybody this one, but this is not Secret Invasion. This is now Secret War. This is a totally different can of worms.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I said, it's another storyline for them to mess up.
Problem here is that
right.
none of it's memorable, and a lot of it has different names that are similar.
Melted Copper.
And we've now. Oh, go ahead.
Echo showing Marvel is dumb using Kingpin out of Daredevil. Love, but not making Daredevil. Easter eggs to the main course you can't eat. Exactly. So
You know what? I predict that you saw every second that you're going to see of him in that trailer, and that's all there is of him.
yeah, that's pretty much it. So this what's going on. Yeah, Tony. I'm sorry. It's just not going to be the Tony that we're used to. So
Nope.
I don't think even Tony wants that.
You're exactly right. It's not going to be me. It's
no, exactly.
I don't think you even. Do you even want that? Honestly,
No.
even the novel Tom Cruise idea was better. If you have to do this, and you shouldn't. You fucked up.
Exactly.
You closed your window on yourselves on purpose. You slammed the window onto your own fingers. You fucking grabbed the window sill by the underside and you pulled down as hard as you could. Now you're wondering why your fingers hurt. You fucking assholes. You threw away years of good stories with these great characters. You did this. You fast forwarded 10 years. Pop, am I right?
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, you kill off your major characters. You age out Captain America, Steve Rogers. You get cardboard cutout replacements.
Less than half the time.
Less than half the time. It's just the decisions to Endgame was an end point. Where can they go from there? They can't reboot them. They can't go back and say, oopsie, that was just an alternate storyline or alternate timeline. Look, the multiverse.
And we're there now. We're that far out from the last real Avengers movie. Had they kept these guys together, we know that aside from that kooky vegan diet, Robert Downey Jr. would have been able to pull it off. No one looks that bad. They got these people pretty young. You don't age much from about 25 to about 50, especially if you're Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like, well, if your job was only to be good looking, you'd wake up in the morning and you'd do a few things that were good for yourself. And then maybe you'd go for a run. You'd drink the best orange juice. You put some of your money back into it. You know what I mean? So, and
hey,
and
had a
Chris
great
Evans,
Trinity Pro
Chris
cheap though, So
yeah, but I mean, we've seen them do it. Yeah. Look at Thor. He's huge now.
Exactly. In a rumor that led credence by Disney's continued scrambling in regards to the potential salvaging of the ever-imploding franchise, the latest whisper on the digital street suggests that the following supposed soft reboot set to hit the franchise at the conclusion of the upcoming Avengers Secret Wars. The Marvel Cinematics new status quo will see a number of its I'm getting tongue-tied already. We'll see a number of their, let's say, pivotal. I'm not even going to pronounce that word because it's Friday.
It's very important.
Super teams no longer present members revived and recast. Right, because that's what everybody wants, right? Give them a different version and just explain it like Pop Culture Republic said. Multiverse. And thank you, Christian Delorme.
Thank you.
One gifted membership to everybody out there in the chat. Thank you, Christian. I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
Christian.
Thank you.
They could just treat it like they could just treat it like James Bond and get different actors to play the title role, or Sean Connery.
Oh, yeah, they could do
Roger Moore. Yeah. Timothy Dalton.
Could you imagine Roger Moore as Captain America?
Right.
Oh my God! Pete, you know what?
You
I can just imagine that from the
You'd have to be
CGI
Captain
after what
Britain.
we saw with fucking Flash.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Flash. Yeah, the less said about Flash, the better.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, that's true. And Christian Delorme with a $2 super chat. I'm happy Rod got it. Trucker. There you go.
Cool.
Thank you, Rob. Yeah, Rod got a membership. Awesome, dude. Thank you very much, Christian. I really,
We
really
want to
appreciate
thank
it.
Christian. Christian, thank you very much for supporting my good friend, Comic Relief Crusader. He is doing a great job of forcing me to watch the news, helping you monetizing our pain,
Exactly.
but also, you know what, making a statement about some of these things. We've seen he's had to endure, like, there was dumber stuff than this, and he's just like, we can't do this to people. Like, I've seen some of the ideas we've thrown away.
I could go pretty dumb, but no, I don't want to kill the audience. You know. So
Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, there is a super fun site of horrible stories in the post that we could go with.
Exactly. God, that's true. Melted Copper. Let's see. The Flash, aka Elseworlds, finest a Batman, Superman film with no Flash villains or actor cameos. Yeah, no, exactly. Right. It's just. Oh God, it's not even. Oh, it's really nothing. The Flash movie was really nothing. So
No, it's pretty forgettable.
Stark, thank you. Oops, that happened.
Oh, wow.
Dude, thanks, man.
Whoa, yay, Starkabard.
Well,
Right
the thing
on.
is, like I said,
Thank you very
when I
much,
did my fundraiser
Stark
stream-
Iron.
when I did my fundraiser stream
And
the other night, when I did my fundraiser stream the other night, and all I needed was $25, everybody was so supportive and over donated to the point that I had to tell them to stop. And so I'm forwarding that to some of my friends. I had
All
did
right.
one for Admiral Teague earlier, so
I want to hear
Oh,
like the
thanks,
music
man.
from the Jerry
I
Lewis
appreciate it.
telethon,
And,
like timpani roll.
exactly. And
and
hell, Killer Rabbit, how's it going, dude? Nice to see you here, man.
Hey there,
And
Killer Rabbit.
with another $2 super chat, I will always be the first. So, that's true, dude. See,
Christian,
he's
we are
marking his
humbled
territory.
by your
Marking his
generosity.
territory with flexing. Thank you, Christian Delorme. I really
Done a
appreciate
lot
it,
for
man.
this channel today, and we really, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. There are more of us because of you, and
Yeah.
it is an honor to be able to deliver you this. We wish the news was better, but you knew what you were getting when you came
Yeah.
here.
Exactly. That's right. You were
You
all
didn't come here for
forewarned.
good news.
So
You came here for good reactions to bad news.
that's right.
This
right.
is why.
And we're
This is
trying
why I
to
wear a.
Oh,
That's why I wear a West German Bundeswehr army fatigue jacket to this show. It's like it's gonna be war.
exactly right. So, and I'm just hoping that I'm not missing anybody else in the chat just yet. So I am not. So, yeah.
Let me
So
jump into
recasting
the
people.
YouTubes,
So far, so good.
I'll take a look at the YouTube
yeah.
part of it, and you work on the StreamYards part of it. I'll go to the bottom of the chat. How's that sound? And you hang out at the top. That's
All
a
right. Well,
pretty
I'm okay
good
with that.
plan, right? Divide and
I
conquer.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
like the
this
plan.
suggestion regarding the potential future lineup of the MCU was first raised on December 2nd, courtesy of noted scooper My Time to Shine Hello, hosting an impromptu Ask Me Anything session for their verified Twitter followers. At one point during My Time to Shine Hello was at one point asked by fellow user Luke Flux 1, what's it looking like in regards to Secret Wars soft rebooting the MCU? Can we expect to see new actors playing Tony, Steve, and Natasha post Secret Wars? So we'll finally be getting close. We'll finally be getting those characters in the same universe as X-Men, Fantastic Four, etc. In turn, the scooper simply but directly confirmed yes to all of it. So, rather curious, right?
Okay.
There is the post as proof, right? So, yeah, because like we covered earlier, there was a rumor that Robert Downey Jr. was going to be in, and then now he's going to be out. So, nobody knows exactly what to think.
Kevin Feige said, and this is what I got, and this is a bit that I'm covering on Sunday, that they're not going to undo the snap, that they're not resurrecting Tony Stark.
So, you know what? I have this. I have this musical reply to them. Yeah, exactly. I've been talking to the people that you call your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, they probably. What's his? Yeah. I mean, he's a major actor. He had an Academy Award. Yes, there's a chunk cord out of his career younger. He does make a lot of that money back. And but what's his other role? Like Game of Shadows? Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, there's just.
And I want to say thank you to Andy Derivative Jill for the super sticker. Yeah. And thank you, Anti Derivative Jill, for that super sticker of. I'm trying to see what it is for.
Unicorn.
Crap, and I can't make it out. I'm gonna have
Crusader
to
corn
again. But thank you for the super sticker. Unicorn. It's a unicorn. There we go. I'm gonna have to come up with a better unicorn.
We got a Crusader corn here, folks. Crusader corn.
It is a unicorn. Thank you, Anti Crusader corn. Yeah, there we go. I'll make a Crusader corn.
That's a good one. Crusader corn.
Thank you, Anti Derivative Jill. I really appreciate it. A Crusader corn. Yeah. God, patent pending. Thank you, Stark.
You're welcome for the brand.
Trademark.
But there we go. Patent pending. But yeah, so okay, here we go now, because we all know of all the race and gender swapping and all that kind of stuff. So you know what? I thought, okay, we're gonna have a little bit of fun here in the chat and whatnot. Of who would they possibly in this current MCU-ish universe that we see ourselves in, that they could possibly recast, say, Tony, Natasha, and Steve as. This is what I want to hear from the chat. Yeah, because you know what? This is a Friday, and we're all in here for laughs and stuff like that. Yeah, Ray Lucard, unicorn instead of Unicron. I could, yeah. We can make that.
Nobody summons Megatron.
Oh, I'd be okay with that. So, yeah, melted copper. Yeah, Unicron versus Galactus. Who would win? I'm going to say Galactus. But even though I love Transformers, Transformers is my jam and has been since 1984. And I want that HasLab Unicron so bad, but I would have to say Galactus.
Don't we all?
Yeah. Oh, I know. But who could, or I should say, who would Marvel / Disney recast as Black Widow, Iron Man, and Captain America?
Black Widow would be a non-binary man or non-binary individual, right? I fucked that up. An individual of non-binariness.
That changes their hair color every scene instead of every movie.
And a genetic shapeshifter like Mystique.
Exactly. A gene shifter. Yeah. Carla Burton, I don't even know the modern actors because I hate Hollywood movies now. Right? They're so irrelevant.
It's J-Lo.
I wouldn't mind seeing a bunch of unknowns. I wouldn't mind seeing a bunch of unknowns brought into these roles.
I still want Whoopi Goldberg in 12. Whoopi Goldberg's Nixon. Watergate starring Whoopi Goldberg. I think
a lot of but we're talking MCU. So Whoopi Goldberg as who?
Zack Snyder, Whoopi Goldberg in the MCU.
Galactus? Yeah. Well, yeah, we can go Galactus. I would go with Lizzo, but that's just me because it's the obvious
Lizzo
choice.
Would be Galactus.
So,
you know what? She would be really good as who is the guy who is like dripping with tar from Justice League? The guy who was like
Armis.
Guy. He was a lot like Armis, like super edgelord guy, like number 2 in control, and it's like, this is the planet with the world engine. It's like, the one we forgot about from the beginning of the movie, and it's like, yeah, that one. He's like, yeah, we won't talk about how we forgot about it. Yes, we found it. Good work.
Okay.
Fuck.
Melted Copper.
All right.
They should cast almost anyone and have Iron Man keep his effing mask on. Why even masks in the MCU? Watch Doom and Will. Nah,
He's right,
unmask
by the
most
way.
of the
Okay.
time and
How
nothing
about
goes-
how about
Everyone
this?
has-
How
Everyone
about
has
I just-
nano
I just
tech
had to
now,
look at my-
right?
Hold on,
All right,
Pop.
how
Okay,
about
yeah, Pop,
how
go
about
for it.
the star from Reacher, Alan Rickson, as Iron Man?
Oh,
Ooh.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
just had to look him
bad.
up. I was thinking of who would be a good younger replacement for Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., who could step into
Yeah.
that role, but be like
okay.
10, 15 years younger. That way
Right.
he could grow in the role. And I like
That's a
this
good
actor
choice.
in Reacher. He's a very good actor. I like
Okay.
him in action scenes. So yeah, he could
Right.
perhaps him as Tony Stark Iron Man.
Huh.
The part where I like him, and the part where
Milton
we want
Copper
him to
says
work
if
is
Black
we don't
Widow
run
didn't
together.
suck, she would have gotten her own film for a long time ago. She's a bland spy lady with no character. Whoopi is like a loving beanbag chair now, and and her left wing nonsense ruined her getting a Sister Act 4. Yeah, I assumed Reacher was going to be a gay love story. I was wrong and triggered. So,
Probably true.
Killer Rabbit says young John Wayne as Captain America. Ooh.
I want to see John Wayne in
Oh.
the fight.
Well, John Wayne's grandson is the Mandalorian stuntman, so we do get to see his work. You have something, so to speak,
Yeah.
to go on. You at least know he's got the body language down.
Hmm.
He could be imposing
Okay.
and offset the fact that he's played by a terrible, hard to take idiot. Not me. Pedro
Yeah.
Pascal.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am also
Yeah.
a terrible, hard to take idiot, but Pedro Pascal, I can certify him. Takes one to know one.
I notice you tried to hit me with my shield up. Not gonna work today.
Let's see. Dark Helmet, what did you miss? With the reboot of, I shouldn't say reboot, but kind of like a soft reboot of the MCU via Secret Wars. Who would you cast? Because they're looking to recast Stark and Steve and Natasha. So, and
Tom
welcome
Cruise
back
and
onto
Stark.
here. Classic Geeky
Just
Leftist.
make it-
How's it going, dude?
Hello. Sorry for the delay, guys.
Hey,
There's
hello.
money to be made, so
Yeah, exactly. Hey, not a problem. So that's all good.
Always chase the
Um,
cent of the dollar.
exactly.
Uh-huh. Okay, you know who I would want to play Black Widow? Here's my choice.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Christina Hendricks.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Because she's a fantastic redhead. That's just
Yes.
my 2 cents worth on that.
Yeah, we
Even
need
though
a
she's
natural.
slightly older. Okay. Yeah, exactly, right? So so Tom, essentially they're going to be like recasting people into to take over for Steve and Tony and Natasha in this new whole Secret Wars kind of thing. Who would you pick to replace
Okay.
the
I've got another
aforementioned
one.
actors that played it? Okay.
Well, I know the rumor of Tom Cruise as Iron Man, but I'm a little happy
Yeah.
on that one. So
I've got another stand-in for Steve Rogers, Captain America. I'm looking at
Okay.
the cast of Top Gun Maverick, Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mm. Oh, I like that. That's a good one.
I approve. That's Gucci right there.
Yeah.
But who would Disney hire? This is the
Oh
thing.
well,
Right?
Well,
Yeah,
here
yeah,
we are
yeah.
talking about
Disney would just
be good, and Disney.
let's
would
go down the
just
woke
mess it
list of
up.
actors.
Lizzo as
Yeah.
Mystique.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
And bring in
Disney-
Seth
Yes,
Rogen.
that's Mystique.
and use an AI voice prompt.
Oh God! Seth Rogen as Captain America.
They
Oh
would.
my God!
Seth
Watch
Rogen
out!
as Captain America.
Tony, no!
They would.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We said Captain America, not Captain fucking Communism.
Come on, hey, guys,
Yeah,
guys.
exactly right.
You gotta
What
stop
kind of
pushing,
Captain
guys.
America can't? What kind of Captain America can't stop his
Oh.
own car from getting broken into and tells people just deal with it?
Oh man, we gotta stop
Yeah,
Loki,
exactly
guys.
right.
Oh God. Oh,
You've got to do.
Yeah,
You've got to
exactly.
do better, Disney writers. You've got to do better.
Yeah,
you gotta
exactly.
do better, man.
Anyway, notably, the three specific Avengers referred in the up above discussion are those whose actors have officially bowed out of the still ongoing franchise, with Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, and Chris Evans all having departed, with one extra late to the party solo stop for the Black Widow actress, with the conclusion of Avengers Endgame. However, rather than recasting these heroes with actors who will play the characters in a similar fashion, a previous rumor suggests that Marvel will instead choose to go in an all new, all different direction with the trio's on screen depictions. Oh, really? Well, who couldn't see that coming? So, you know. Oh, God. Okay. Yeah. Because you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, even if they do go ahead and do that, it's never going to have the same impact unless they pull the proverbial rabbit out of the hat and they find someone actually, which I find like almost near impossible, to replace these guys. It's never going to grab the same audience.
It could be done. I think it could be done. You'd have to rely on a good story, good writing, good directing. Basically everything we haven't seen from Disney in quite some time.
Yes. In at least 4 years.
Right.
Yeah. So let's see. Melted Copper says, clearly, if you don't like Falcon Cap, you are racist.
No, I
and
don't.
not at all a person who respects him
Why, thank
when
you.
he isn't in the shadows of another hero. Give him a pet falcon in the land of talking trees. Yeah, exactly, right?
I'll be right back, folks.
They could have done that.
Okay.
That would have been classic comics right there.
Yep.
So, I
I've got another one. I've got another one here.
Do that anyway.
All right.
Okay.
For the replacement of Black Widow, I'm thinking back to the last what was it, Blade movie? Jessica Biel. I think she was in Blade, wasn't she?
Blade trilogy. Trinity.
Yeah, that's
Trinity.
right. Trinity. So her as Natasha Black Widow, give her a intro movie and the style of John Wick.
Yep.
That way you have the character kicking butt and showing exactly why she's a World League assassin or agent.
If you don't stop making sense right now, Disney's going to send a hitman after you, because that was pretty much
well
exactly
I'm prepared
what the
for
doctor fucking ordered. To be honest with you.
Yeah, here I am making too much sense, huh? Yeah.
Oh my God, he's making perfect sense. We need to get rid of him.
Yeah, here I am making casting decisions for a fan-made movie that will never be made.
Right?
That's every fan just chip in $1 and we can buy MCU away from Disney.
I can just see the meeting at Disney.
Yes,
PCR said the quiet part out loud. I want him dead.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Just give Disney long enough.
At this point, probably will.
Just give Disney long enough, and they will eventually grind down the value of the MCU into the ground, and anybody can just come along and pick it up for a few dollars. Pennies on the dollar.
It's like Lord of the Rings.
Well, let's see.
You have chosen death.
With the super sticker and the super chats that were just made alone today, we could probably just buy Marvel outright right now.
That's it. Here we are. We have the creative team.
That
we have the
$1.49 from
writers.
any derivative Jill, will more than likely buy the Avengers right there. That $20 will probably just buy Marvel Comics all outright on its own. So,
Yeah.
Isn't it ironic that Tony Stark
super chat from Christian? Yes, exactly. And with the $4 that Christian just gave, I could probably buy Lucasfilm as well. So there we
Well,
go.
there you
Problem
go.
solved.
Hey,
Oh,
we
it's
missed
just-
our
Thank you, Cass.
chance to
Thank
buy
you.
the CW for
You all-
$1. We fucked that up.
Now, if you buy Lucasfilm,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can
I had the
finally
Oh no,
get-
Remember. Yeah.
If you buy Lucasfilm,
go
you
ahead,
can
Bob.
finally get Sebastian Stan recast as Luke Skywalker.
Yes.
Okay, I got the so it's Iron Man.
Like,
Was it Iron Man, Cap, and Black Widow? Correct.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, so
Yep,
Iron
yep,
Man, I got two
yep.
choices for that. One, Ryan Gosling. So
Okay.
yeah.
Maybe.
As-
And now
As
for Captain America, it might throw people, but Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah.
You're getting Hayden Christensen as Iron Man.
You know, I mean, he's got the size and
He
he's
already
loyal
works
to the
there.
character. And I know she's
Yeah,
already in the
yeah.
universe, but Amelia Clark
Okay.
for Black Widow. I love
Too
Amelia Clark.
late.
I mean,
Okay.
she's already in the
Like-
universe.
Amelia
Too
Clark
late.
wasn't cast in that stupid fucking Secret War.
I know if she wasn't in there, I'd bring her in for that because I think she could pull that off pretty good. But I mean, she's got the look. She's not a bad
Poor
actress.
Amelia. She's not
Okay.
a bad actress. But
It's not a bad.
you know what's
interesting.
messed up? She's having the female version of Henry Cavill's career. She isn't a bad actress, and she
Yeah.
keeps getting in these good IPs. But like while she's in them, they implode. Like Henry Cavill's a good person to play Superman in a movie where Superman's afraid to be Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot of bad movies.
Carla Burton says I'm growing old for a series of movies. Yeah, exactly right. Melta Copper also says, actually, in real life, Bob Iger, the former Marvel owner, is having a rumble with Feige because stocks and theater have merged. Have merged. I guess. Okay. Let's see. Oh God, the FF rumor mill makes we just want the 2000s FF to get a mini series like Andor. They uncover earthquakes, punch the mole man. Forget kaiju hero pose roll credits. Yeah. That would pretty much be it at that point, right?
You know,
Because they wouldn't
Godzilla
bring Dr.
recently
Doom
attacked
into it.
me
That
on
would
my
just be totally
show.
epic.
I was talking
That's
about
it.
Godzilla, and Disney was like, "Yeah, no, they sent like the Mickey Mouse kaiju." After
And
the-
sadly, Godzilla is not available in Canada that
Really?
I can find still. It's supposed to be on
Uh-oh.
theaters.
Oh, I found it. I found
did.
it in Calgary where
Do
it's
it.
playing. Oh yes.
Lucky you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know.
still dying to see
I am
it so
so
bad.
gonna go with that. But we'll get to Godzilla later.
I'm
So-
flying to Japan later today to see the movie as it's supposed to be.
There we go. There we go. But on September 21st, fellow Scooper, can we get some toast? Retweeted my time to shine. Hello's previous claim that Deadpool 3 will see the Merc with a mouth embark on a quest to find the perfect Wolverine throughout the multiverse. Whereupon, after encountering numerous variants played by different actors, he ultimately concludes that Hugh Jackman cannot be recast and added, yes, Hugh Jackman won't be recast until after Avengers Secret Wars. Interesting. Feige is making Secret Wars the send-off to not only the current MCU, but all the Marvel movies that came before Iron Man, they explained. The ultimate soft reboot to make way for something all new and all different.
No, that's an
Okay.
interesting concept. I'm not going to say hate it, but knowing the way their direction goes, that's the scary part.
Yeah, it is scary because we can take common sense
Exactly.
Throw it out the
casting,
window.
but that's not what they're going to do. They're going to
No.
do something that will
Yeah.
fit their own agenda, check some check boxes.
Yep.
Support
How many
a
times have we seen
message.
these people snatch defeat from the jaws of victory by doing something that absolutely no one would do? That if you said three things you shouldn't do, like all three of them are in there every time.
It's part of the formulaic
that's
way of
right.
presenting things.
She-Hulk. We want a legal
Yep,
show,
Kill
but
Rabbit
we
from
won't
space.
even Google.
And I love She-Hulk.
Killer
The
Rabbit
character itself is
from
awesome.
Space says they wanted. Yeah. they want to gender swap John Cena as Sue Storm. They can save on special effects because you can't see him anyway.
He took my joke. Darn it. I love Cena.
Oh my god. Oh frig.
I don't know.
This is such a
That's good. Killer Rabbit. That's fucking good.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah, that was awesome, man. So, oh, that being the
Kill
case,
the
of
rabbit,
John Cena
not
Sue
while I'm
Storm.
eating.
Yeah. If that's
That
the
rabbit's
case, Killer
dynamite.
Rabbit.
I hit
If
mute to
John
take a little
Cena
bite
was
of
Sue
sustenance. And I
Storm,
get this.
Well,
if
John
John
said
Cena was
after
Sue
the
Storm, then who would be Reed?
well, because like now that the strike is over, he said he's going to be done with WWE soon again. So, which I love watching him with WWE again. It's fun to watch him back.
Yeah.
But he said
Why
once
don't
the
they-
strike's done, he'll come back.
Since everything's upside down and backwards, why don't we lean into this, right? Let's have Reed Richards be like super white, give him blonde hair and blue eyes. We'll call him like Greed Richards. We'll have him played by the Homelander guy. And like the goal of the Fantastic Four will be to knock down as many orphanages as possible to build multiplexes so that people can be truly happy. And the hero of the movie be Dr. Doom in a rug pull. Like, that's where we're at with this shit.
Mhm.
That's probably better than what we're going to get, to be honest with you.
And then you could have
To put icing on the
let's see,
cake,
both
let's
cover.
go ahead and have the guy. Let's go ahead and have the guy who wrote the rap track for Robin Hood do the soundtrack for the film.
Oh God! Don't.
Oh,
You
God.
can actually sing that song.
Oh,
You can sing that song. It's completely tuneless. Like Shazam can't even get a hold of it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
On that little note that somebody
no,
just
no,
said,
no.
there, John Cena. I wouldn't say Johnny Cage. I would say The Miz would be better Johnny Cage.
By the way, one of the
Oh,
Oh
weirdest
yes,
rap
mental
songs.
cover. Yeah, John Cena
Gotcha.
should play Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat. Love Carl Irving, bit of a miscast. Yeah, that's true.
I
I'll
think The
agree with
Miz
that
would do a
one.
better job. He
So-
actually looks like, and he wanted to do it too.
I just want to say, as
Mhm.
survivor of 6 episodes of Rob Yin Hood, the only words in that song that have the do is every once in a while they go do yo yo yo. I'm down with that crimey shit. Do.
Now that crimey.
And that's it. There really doesn't seem to be anything else. And I'm like, this guy was a video director. He thinks he wrote the songs too. And like, maybe he has talent. And like, I Googled a Drake video. And it was like, just here's the deal. Drake's friends have like cars and they do Tokyo drifts in them while Drake raps. It's like Drake provides like
Right.
what people think is good rap music, right? People, his success is inarguable. He makes money. And it's just like a crane shot of people Tokyo drifting, and they've covered the cars with Christmas tree lights. And I'm like, well, I see the Robin Hoodness of this because in Rob Yin Hood, he likes those weird glowing masks. So that okay, and I'm like, he thinks he thinks he's Drake because like this is nothing to do with him. He just turned on a camera and pointed at what Drake said. Hey, this is cool shit, and Drake was right.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Drake, we need you to save Rob Yin Hood.
So
Season 2, buddy. Come on in and write it. Come on, Drake.
Drake, come in there.
Drake,
Come in
help
here.
us, buddy.
So
Drake, we love your
further-
cakes. You know,
further,
ring dings.
Continuing on.
should this trios of hero be reborn in the post Secret Wars MCU, that would leave just one of Earth's mightiest heroes without an on-screen depiction: the King of Wakanda himself, the Black Panther. Oh boy, I wonder what they're going to do with that. Following the unfortunate and untimely passing
Oh my
of the
God, you sound like I would be
Chadwick
Robinson right
Boseman
there.
back in 2020. I know, right? Feige told attendees of Disney's Investor Day 2020 his portrayal of T'Challa, the Black Panther, is iconic and transcends any iteration of the character in any other medium from Marvel's past, and it's for that reason we will not recast the character. Now, remember that, because that went on. That
Well,
went
they
on
didn't
3 years ago.
really recast him, but they recast him. There's a new
Yeah,
Black
they
Panther.
totally recast him, right?
Well,
because
they
I
didn't- when they say
remember-
they didn't recast the character, they didn't recast T'Challa.
Right. But I do remember
And by the way, that Pan-African, like all-world funeral scene for him that goes on too long with like Lizzo dancing and all the other stuff. That's like our fourth Lizzo joke, people. That's like if we get to 5, everyone gets a free ham. But seriously, like what was up with that funeral sequence? Like it was very touching to Chadwick Boseman. I'm like, they're doing like Caribbean stuff, and like so I was like, when are they gonna have like the meme of the guys dancing with the coffin, doing like the deep dip? I'm like, what the hell is going on here? This is just like a mishmash of what these people saw in like three copies of National Geographic when they took their kid to get braces. Insulting.
I mean,
Because
Chad Boseman didn't admit.
I remember another post where they were saying, they were going to use at least CGI and voice clips to put him into the second movie, but apparently they didn't want to go ahead with that because strong black man, reputation.
Right? No, you know what? Save his reputation. Yeah. That movie was so bad, and I just want to say I can't speak on behalf of black people. I won't. You guys could, know what's best for you, and you can judge this movie for yourself, both of them. But as a Latino, Namor, kiss my ass. That was so fucking stupid. And by the way, there is no such thing as Latinx, except maybe him. He might be Latinx, that fucking weirdo.
I'm the guy who likes everything, and I hated the last movie. But the first one was awesome. He's a great actor. He was a great actor.
It was.
If somebody was going to take his place, if he wasn't in the first one, is Michael B. Jordan would have done a great Black Panther. He actually is a great actor in his own right, but sadly he was in the first movie as but he could have done filled the role, but he was already in the film. So but yeah, that's a role. I don't know. You could replace it, but it wouldn't be easy. But yeah.
But yeah, interestingly, while at one point it seemed that Marvel would avoid recasting the role, despite the wishes of not just fans, but specifically the very black community, they wish to be inclusive of, out of defense of Boseman's passing, the studio recasting of Harrison Ford as General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross following the 2022 death of William Hurt threw this theory out the window. And thus, at current, Marvel's actual philosophy regarding recasting remains a continued mystery. Oh, darn. Gee, well, who didn't see that coming, of course, right? So, because, remember, we're going to get Harrison Ford as more than likely Red Hulk somewhere down the road. So,
yay.
Yeah, yay.
As he stumbles through the role.
Yes, exactly. And breaks another leg or a hip.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tony, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm not enthused by this. I just don't care.
Exactly right.
Yeah,
it's so sad we got to talk like Harrison like this now. It's just he was a legend.
The Marvel guy should be excited about all things Marvel. I am supposed to be Tony Stark, but I just don't care.
No, I know, right? I know. And hell, Radioactive, how's it going, dude? Nice to see you here. So nice to see you here in the chat. Welcome. And I've always been a diehard.
It's great to see you, buddy.
Always.
Radioactive is a mighty general for pop culture.
Is he really? Well, then I welcome you here. Good. I'm glad.
Yes.
No, really, I am. So today's just been a very off day.
Oh no,
Avengers assemble.
But no, I mean, I've always. Sorry, Tom. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, everybody in the panel here, when did Harrison Ford drop off the face and just become an actor that we're dreading to see? Because I've been a fan of him for years, but just when did he turn?
1923. He turned it around.
I think at some point he became, I don't know,
shell of what he was.
Jaded, perhaps.
No, I got.
He lost interest in the role that made him a star, which was Han Solo.
Yeah, that's I think where it turned around for him is that Star Wars film. It was just
I think those negotiations went wrong with him because I don't think he ever really wanted to die. Like he's been asking since for the first movie in Indiana Jones and Star Wars to die, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, I'll try my old negotiating for you. I want to die. And J.J. Abrams is like, funny you should say that. That's exactly what we want for you. And like a chump, too. And he's
Yeah,
like, wait,
exactly.
hold on. And they're like, yes, you already signed. Too late. He's like, fuck, I thought I got extra money because I said I wanted to die and I was going to live. They're like, nah, we're going to take you up on it. And it's like, well, I guess I'll get to act with Mark again. They're like, yeah, you're like, get the fuck out of our office.
Yeah,
But no, check
exactly.
out Yellowstone 1923, and you'll be deeply surprised by the great job he does acting. It's great. It's great, honestly.
He'll do a good job. He'll do a great job acting when he cares about a role. I don't believe Harrison Ford
exactly.
ever
It's a big fat
cared
paycheck, yeah.
about Han Solo. I think in
not
at
this
least one
century.
interview.
He cared for a while.
Yeah, well, I think
feel.
there was at least one interview where he said he didn't really care about the character. He didn't want him to go forward from the first Star Wars movie to Empire Strikes Back. He was hoping he would be killed.
Right. Did you also see the one where they interview him and they're like, Harrison Ford, are you excited to sit in a theater and see a movie about to see a Han Solo movie as a fan with nothing to do with the movie? He's at the premiere. And he wore like a cardigan and we all know Harrison Ford. He wore like a cardigan, like a pocket Hanes t-shirt with like a huge like Pax inhaler in there. It's like getting stoned. It's like, are you excited to see the Solo movie as a fan? And it's like looks at the guy for a minute and like he really looks at him. He's like, not really.
Yeah, he said something like, I remember that. I remember that. I remember that.
And then he doesn't break his stride. Even he just like
he kind of looked at the interviewer and mumbled, "I don't care."
He looked at him like it was the stupidest thing he'd ever heard in his life, and he's like, "They're like, aren't you excited to be able to see this character be played by someone else?" And no,
I don't care.
On a quick note on that, just quickly, my friend I mentioned before, he does these sci-fi books. He's an author. He's one of the biggest Star Wars fans I've ever met, and he's a big Harrison Ford fan. He watched the new Indy finally last night. Oh, he hated it. I'm like,
right.
He hated it. He's like, that was just
yes. Yeah.
It was just so bad.
And I'm just noticing like on Facebook and stuff like that they're really trying to push it again.
Yeah.
Hard. Like the last Indiana Jones movie. It's like, all the robots come out and it's like, I love this film. Yeah, no.
They know nothing about damage control. Nothing at all.
No.
There might be another cut of that movie that could be. No, but I mean, didn't we reshoot it 3 times? Why not throw together yet another version and be like, the director's cut and just be like, let James Mangold have his way now? Are they that No, because people might check it out. If he was like, look, I had another vision for the movie. There was another end shot. Everyone knows this. We finished it and completed it. This is rendered as the Mangold cut. And they'd be like, it's a lot different from what you saw. You'll understand why Antonio Banderas just stranded there.
Well, I'm so sick of seeing director's cuts at this point. Just make one final definitive version and stick with it, because I don't want to see another version. It's like, and as much as I love Blade Runner,
we wouldn't have the 5 versions of Blade Runner. We wouldn't have the 5 versions of Dune.
Well, okay. On that, do you know they're finally looking at the Ayer cut of was it the Suicide Squad? They are going to release it by the sounds of it now. The the other version. They're talking about finally releasing it. So that was
keep my feet from dancing.
But seeing how we're at the top of the hour, we're going to take a very brief commercial break.
Yay!
Here,
yay!
And cleanse the palate, as it were. So
palate cleansing.
Here we go. Palate cleansing. What happened?
Today's episode of Comic Relief Crusader was brought to you by the Invisible Link Protocol program. If you want to listen to something but not see it,
there
we go.
Have you thought about what the Church of Satan can do for you?
Long, long,
嘘だろ。
高いったのに。どうして？
僕らはきっと分かり合える。触ってみてもいいですか？ああ、きっとみんな分かり合える。避ける組長い避ける組。
The plot twist nobody saw
It's
coming.
the ending.
Oh, that was awesome.
Exactly. The plot twist that nobody saw coming. So,
And she deserved it. Darn her.
exactly.
What the
That
hell did
hussy.
I just say? My God. It's full of stars.
After 11
My God,
weeks,
it's so
you finally
hard.
know the ending.
God, buddy.
Oh God. Okay, there we go. Now we got that out of the way. Now I'll try to find some stupid commercials for Christmas time. So,
Oh boy.
Yeah.
oh my God. Yeah, Mr. Copper, his reaction.
happy
there you
ending.
go. Preston.
Yay.
Like what? Yeah, exactly. So,
Right,
okay,
Mike.
so
I can mate.
yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, on to the next article. If this plays right, which it probably won't anyway, but it doesn't matter. I hate my computer. So,
It doesn't like you.
okay.
Time to get a new one.
No, it doesn't like me. This is what all the super chats are going towards, so I can actually buy myself a new system. So, okay. Well, as everybody knows, Godzilla -1 is out right now. And
Jealous.
I mean, it seems to be getting like lots and lots of great reviews out there.
Rave
you know?
reviews. Mm.
Totally. Rave, yes, totally 100% rave reviews. But it seems like one person is kind of lamenting making a Godzilla movie of his own. Can you imagine that?
Would,
You know,
it-
because
would this be like the former Godzilla that we all know has been in several DWIs, altercations with the police, and urinated in public? Godzilla, from Godzilla 1984, just been drifting around, drinking and smoking crack since the movie.
well, I don't want to give anything away, but it seems like writer and producer Dean Devlin says he has PTSD from his experience making Godzilla 1998, but knows how he would fix it now.
Oh, I know how to fix that movie. Just don't call it Godzilla. That monster was okay.
I actually
That
didn't mind the
story
movie.
wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
mind the movie,
It's a
but every
cool
time they
kaiju.
called it Godzilla, I fucking shuddered a little. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
come
I agree.
on.
I agree.
Yeah, and at the same time, you want to turn around and say this guy had this original enough take on this thing, and you're like, why did they make him call it Godzilla? Like he must have been against it at some level. It was so different. Like, and really, Godzilla doesn't breathe fire like that monster did. Godzilla breathes radiation. All it had was the same origin.
True, I'll give it
And
that.
that
much.
could have been
You know,
fixed. We could have fixed that,
Yeah.
like
You gotta give him a
radioactive.
different name, like
asteroid.
Gorgo or something like that.
How
you know?
about
Yeah.
radioactive
Yeah.
asteroid falls on an island? You know what I
I
mean?
love
Like,
kaijus of any type,
easy
so.
fix. Easy fix on that
Yes.
one. Really
Yeah,
too bad.
Totally. The only thing I didn't quite like, I mean, it was a good, fun, city destroying movie. I didn't mind it whatsoever. The only thing I didn't
The end was
quite
tacked on. Is that what you're gonna say?
well, is
The
the
end
square
was like
jaw.
aliens. Oh
For some
yeah,
reason,
yeah.
I just that's the only thing I didn't quite like about it is this square lower jaw-ish,
Kind of going
It
for a
looked a little
dinosaur
bit
look,
like
I think,
some-
almost.
Yeah,
It looked
well,
a
they
little bit
wanted to
like
make sure
Sebulba.
they wanted
Yeah.
to
A
make
bit
sure
like
that when it
Sebulba
smiled,
from
it
Phantom
really
Menace,
smiled.
didn't it?
Yep. Okay.
What's that, Tony?
One cool thing they did figure out
I
is that
said
go ahead.
they wanted to make sure that when it smiled, it really smiled.
Yeah, exactly.
True. It was a bit like it was a
Look
bit, it was
at
a bit
me, I'm
like
about to
Humanity.
destroy New York City. Shazam!
On the other side of the coin, if the monster from Cloverfield had been that good, J.J. Abrams makes his own movies and we wouldn't have to fucking deal with him.
Actually, when you think of that Godzilla,
Yeah,
if
exactly.
anybody's seen the Pacific Rim films, that's what he reminded me of. Those monsters had to look like him. They're very more square
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah, there's one
okay.
paper. It's the
Exactly.
same
And
monster.
hail to sci-fi
Hey,
Mommy
guys.
that's in the chat. How's it going? Nice to see
Hello.
you dropping
Hi
in
there,
here.
Sci-Fi
Hello.
Mommy.
Hello. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I didn't mind the movie whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I thought the casting was pretty good. I didn't mind Matthew Broderick in it whatsoever.
The opening
it
sequence
was
was
a good
really
fun popcorn
bad,
movie.
but after that, the movie took off. Him singing in the rain was not that cute.
Yeah.
But then when they jumped, if he just could have been established for 30 seconds as a scientist, and then they jump on him like, hey, we need you, radioactive scientist guy. And he's like, but I have the same name as the guy who produces the movies. Like, they had some fun with it. Wasn't his name like Dave Shevaramananamatang or something like that? No one could pronounce his name for the whole movie.
The top
It's
of
Roland Emmerich's. It's
Yeah.
Roland Emmerich's producer or cinematographer.
Yep.
Yeah. Melted Copper, 89's Godzilla was weak and sad, stuck in a bridge. That's a sympathetic Kong nonsense, not the metaphor of a nuke. Exactly. I will give you that. Yes.
When
come on,
Hollywood
getting stuck in
sends
the
us their
bridge.
Godzillas, they don't send us their best anymore.
Yeah, no, they don't. So let's find out why he has PTSD. So the Godzilla remake, made and released by Sony Pictures in 1998, was a disappointment in many respects. For a film with a promotional campaign that was everywhere between 97 and 98, it seems forgotten in recent years. In the shadow of the Monsterverse and Godzilla -1, that is understandable, but the picture and its creature have their place in history, good or bad. Yeah, I'll give it that, right?
I would say for neutral, because they didn't keep on doing it or substantially change Godzilla. It's just like, there's this one Godzilla movie, it's fun, but it's way outlier.
Yeah. And hail to Wes Cagle that just dropped in. How's it going, dude?
Hello.
And
Wes
Merry Christmas to
Cagle.
you too.
Hello.
Yo.
That movie's Roland Emmerich to a fault, though, right? Because but think about it. He does Stargate, ID4, then he does this fucking turd, but then he turns around and does the Patriot. So I mean, he's just like knocking them out of the fucking park. So this is just like, whoop, one got by me. What are you gonna do? I'm a genius. I'm Roland Emmerich. I'm never gonna run out of ideas.
I mean, I'll give him this, right? When it comes to like a pretty
It's fun.
I don't want to say original ideas, but when it comes to like cataclysmic, earth-shattering kind of movies, he can do it well. Like ID4, for example, right? Not a problem. I went to see that movie like 11 times in the movie theater, right?
Wow.
Yeah, I love that movie.
I did. It was awesome.
By the way, we get
Godzilla.
Did you notice that we get more on the aliens from ID4 than we ever get in the First Order? And they're just in that one movie for like, I mean, I realize there's another movie, but that movie doesn't exist. In ID4 alone, we get more on the aliens and their motives than we ever get about the First Order. We never see a First Order planet.
Yes.
We don't know what their agenda is. We don't know why the fuck they do what they do. For all we know, it seems as though their entire society just flies around with their capital city. Like, if they had just had one line, we're like locusts, we go and we take your resources and leave. Finally, we'd have it, but there was no reason. Like, we're evil because we're bad.
Yeah, precisely, right? And then I went to go see Godzilla, when this came out, because I love Godzilla, right? I grew up watching the old Japanese black and white Godzilla movies, right? It's Godzilla, King of the Monsters, right? Not a problem, and sure, it wasn't the best, but it was still fun. And
it's a popcorn film.
Brilliant movie, very exactly. That's what it is. It's
not
a simple,
classic
fun popcorn movie.
Both of them are sometimes dumbish movies, but both of them are really good concepts. Like, what if with our attempts to unleash unlimited power, we turn nature against us? That is like a meta theme running throughout all good science fiction. They had a good fucking idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Stargate, it's like,
exactly.
What if we
2012,
just cut out the end?
I'm glad I survived that.
Yeah, that one was a problem. That had all the Roland Emmerich issues. But I mean, look at like Stargate. Like, what if we had a transporter that was the TARDIS? We could skip all the bullshit that makes Doctor Who and Star Trek a little too complicated for people, and just have people jumping through this Stargate. And like, a lot of people end up loving it. I mean, you know, and they don't have to deal with like the TARDIS or some of the things that some people don't like about.
Well, it became an amazing TV series, Stargate.
I was about to say the Stargate franchise was really long-legged. I mean, you have the main show SG-1, you have Atlantis, you had Stargate Universe, and
the movie is an afterthought in that. People mention that last.
Potentially, there may be yet another movie and a series coming from that franchise.
It won't be from Raleigh. That's the problem. He's kind of done.
Yeah. That's true.
Although with the way he thinks and his ideas, I'll say it again. They should hire him over at Star Wars, because if Moonfall had been because of the Force in the Star Wars movie, you can't tell me people wouldn't stand for it. You just thought you're afraid of strong women. Halle Berry was great as that astronaut. I'm like, actually, she was really good as the astronaut. It was just the movie fell apart in the last half hour.
Yeah,
it was okay for about an hour.
It did.
Better than any Star Wars movie in the last 10 years, right? Up until the end of the end.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure. You know,
but what if it had been another planet with aliens?
I'll go with that.
And
right?
a little bit of
Moonfall could have been better.
But what if the Sith had caused like the Moonfall and the Dyson sphere inside the moon, and she was like a Force user, and they did that to minimize the damage? Then the movie's suddenly a lot better. I think that they're so out of ideas at Star Wars that it's a call Roland Emmerich. His ideas are just better than yours.
But people of a certain age,
and that's a real good movie.
Destroying things.
Yeah, exactly.
People of with other people's characters.
People of a certain age vividly recall the giant iguana Gogeta and everything leading up to his grand debut, whereas others never got over how that version made them feel. Well, you know, whatever. This is especially true for those who worked on it up to the very top of the call sheet. The film's co-writer and producer Dean Devlin is far from unfazed, as he explains when he recently looked back on his experience developing the blockbuster. So the budget effect it had on him, or the biggest effect that it had on him, he gave up watching Godzilla movies altogether. He claims he hasn't seen a single new one in over 20 years. I haven't watched them, he said. I have too much PTSD.
Think about the 2 weeks of watching all those Godzilla movies, because as bad as mistaken that creature was being called Godzilla, it did come from a good place. They wanted it to be cool. They tried.
Yes. Like, I'll give them that.
That wasn't a takedown on Godzilla or a prequel or a nullification. They're just like our own little Godzilla. We're gonna, and it just didn't work out.
His tinkering with such a legendary monster, no pun intended, suffered too nasty of a backlash to bear, apparently, right? No, and I gotta agree with Teague on this. You know, they did their own take on it while trying to keep the same Godzilla aesthetic, right? Sure, a lot of people didn't like it, and you know, I guess maybe in their minds they were kind of going for a, I don't know, more, and I hate using the word, realistic looking Godzilla, but you know, this is
familiar,
like a dinosaur. It looked like a dinosaur.
Familiar. It did. You know what? But this Godzilla was such a conceivable creature. When they showed him swimming, but from the neck in the Hudson River, like a real like Komodo dragon does, and they imbued him with, what was it? They did some calculations. They're like, if a Komodo dragon was this big, it would run 500 miles an hour. And that part, which is zipping through New York City at like hurricane wind speed, while all those helicopters are chasing it, and it does a couple of heel moves with its tail before one blast of fire. The problem with that movie, more than anything else, is they should have had a little more fun with Godzilla Prime, because then they get told this movie's missing something, and they're like, well, weld apart at the end, like that's like Aliens. We'll have Godzilla eggs hatch at the garden, and that part doesn't work at all, and shouldn't have been a longer version of the part. Everything leading up to that, I was like, all right, I'm not happy with this, but I realize that in the next movie they can say nuke this Godzilla, and when it reappears, it looks more familiar. You know, we can still fix this.
That goes back to your original point, Teague, that they should not have just named it Godzilla. It would have been its own original movie. Give it a different name. I think it would have did better.
Yeah.
Or have a Godzilla-like creature.
They should have named it like Iguanosaurus or something like that. I don't know.
Does anybody remember Gorgo?
That would have been
Gorgo was
fine.
like another film that was made in the same era of the original Godzilla. I liked it. It was an original character. It was based similar to like Godzilla, but it was around the same time. But it was a unique one.
Make the opening montage longer. You know what? Make the opening montage longer and show classic Godzilla stuff and make it seem like Godzilla's been a thing in the world. And then you see like the end of the montage, like a beat up, messed up Godzilla from one of its encounters lays like a bunch of eggs and dies. And this is a different kind of Godzilla because it gets nuked again.
Well,
you could have done that in like 8 or 9 minutes.
A more evolved Godzilla.
We've had Godzilla with an appellation before. Mecha Godzilla is a beloved movie. Like, I don't know, like Quantum Godzilla or Godzilla 98. If you would have just separated it a little bit, yet connected it, like, I think there was a path for acceptance. That was a very well-conceived monster.
Well, like I said, if anybody's in the Pacific Rim ones, he looks a lot like them. They're more square jawed. They're more, the way they're designed is more closer to him than actual Godzilla. So.
I didn't mind the first one.
They had a lot of respect for Godzilla when they unfolded the story too. I mean, I realize it's Kent Brockman. It's like Godzilla. That's what they call him in the ancient Japanese sailor songs. So it was just like that part was cool. Like there are some parts of that movie that made you feel good about being in a Godzilla movie. It was just that it was a little too far from Godzilla.
A little bit. So it's tough when you play with something that's so meaningful to people, he said. And you know what? I totally understand that. When you take on somebody else's brand, you have to be very careful. And there's no doubt you will piss people off. No, really? Well, I'm glad that he actually gets it. What aggravated many people was the CGI that doesn't age well compared to -1. Yeah, exactly right. So
I'd have to check that. I remember CGI it being all right.
Yeah, it does. Well, by today's standards, it really doesn't age well whatsoever. Legendary Pictures, Guji, and Shin Godzilla, they tried to obscure it with torrential downpours, but it only made things worse. We were hoping that nighttime and rain would help hide any flaws in the CG, Devlin recalled. It was just miserable. It was a miserable decision. Yeah. Because I know I looked at it. Oh, let me think. Probably about a year ago.
Pop's got to go.
Yeah.
Oh, Pop. Oh,
yeah,
you got
take off.
Your brother thing. Okay,
yeah.
Thanks, Pop. You want to plug anything before you take off?
No. I'm good. Normal stuff on my channel, Pop Culture Republic, chatting about TV shows, movies, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, all the good stuff. Later.
Awesome, dude.
Take care, Pop.
Well, thanks for dropping by. I hope your brother's issue gets fixed soon.
Thank you. Later, all.
I'm gonna step up. Later. You know what, Mike? I'm going to step up the rationality to make up for the loss of our most pragmatic panelists.
Okay. You may. You're allowed.
For how long?
So, but I mean, yeah, looking back on it, like when I watched it about a year ago, no, it doesn't hold up well. And no, the rain doesn't really help it whatsoever. But you know what? It's a little bit of a guilty pleasure because it's still a fun kind of stupid popcorn movie.
Yeah, I watched it this summer actually, and I was like,
enjoy.
just for a quick
give it
romp.
that
It's
much.
just something to watch once in a while. It's like,
Exactly. Yeah. But you know what? In a way, I'm kind of glad that Devlin, in a way, is a little bit hard on himself, because hopefully that can make one better as years go by, if they continue with the filmmaking and stuff like that. At least he's acknowledging that mistakes were made, possibly. Maybe they weren't exactly the best choices, but at least he's admitting to them, which is something that directors or producers won't even do nowadays.
yeah, like nobody in Marvel or DC or Star Wars don't do that ever.
Oh yeah.
No, exactly. Because what do they end up doing? Oh, it's the fans' fault. They don't
Blame
like
the
it.
fans.
So it's
They're
them
bigoted.
because
We
they're
hate
all,
it. They're
you know,
toxic.
yeah,
They're
they're all
so hateful.
misogynistic and exactly right. It's all them. So,
But yet,
you know,
Henry
that
defends the fans and say fans aren't
I
toxic. He's
still,
passionate.
I got, I,
exactly.
I still can't get over the business model that seems to make no sense of what do you call it? Our fans are Yahtzees. Would you like to be our fan? Our theater will be filled with racist haters. By the way, would you like to come to a theater full of people? It's like that's like, hey, we got great food at the Klan rally. Like that's the kind of advertisement that they're giving us.
Yeah.
Hi, Radioactive.
Exactly,
What
right?
did you say?
Radioactive.
That's what happens when you substitute.
This is what happens when you get
actor?
a substitute monster actor rather than the original monster actor. Kind of like what happened with Lazenby and versus Connery. Yeah.
Well, the Lazenby's movie is
kind
also, again, that's a good analogy because the Lazenby movie is good. The story is really good.
It is,
and
good.
It becomes pivotal to Bond lore. That's the one where he loses his wife.
Yes, it is. Yeah, very pivotal.
And the only one of only two with an instrumental theme song. The first one and that one have instrumental theme songs.
What is
That's
always
true.
interesting.
No, I also want to say hi to Captain Finity that happened to drop by too. Hey, dude, what is going on? Yeah, sorry, Tom, go ahead.
No. I'm just saying that and it's good they're talking about this now because now we have multiple Godzilla films out there, and I'm a fan of all of them. Like I haven't seen -1, but I'm dying to see that. Of course, it's on a theater.
Yeah.
Please stream soon. But I like the other ones that are done, the more North American ones. I enjoy them. I really enjoy the Kong Godzilla films. I've always loved good kaiju films. And I'm looking forward to the new one that's coming out. A lot of people are hating. Oh, he's got pink now. I'm like, I don't care about that. It's radioactivity. It's not going to matter the color. He's still going to be a cool looking Godzilla.
Well, that's just supercharged Godzilla.
Exactly.
Wait, this joke is 10 years old, but I'll try it. Are you saying that if we imagine dragons, they're radioactive?
Oh, I can break down the theory of dragons. Anybody done the study?
Yeah, it took everybody a minute because that's so old now.
Yeah, but
I got it.
Tell me your kids didn't love that
right?
song though. That was like the best video. Like my nephew loved that when he's a little kid. It's like the best song ever. Uncle T, gotta hear it.
God. But he would rethink everything if he were to do it all over again. And his top priority would be getting off the fence in terms of Godzilla's alignment. Roland had an idea that I think was very interesting on an intellectual level, which was that Godzilla should never be a hero or a villain. That's that he's simply a really large lizard, he revealed. I think this type of move, especially with the massive fan base of Godzilla, we really needed to decide if we were going to do a movie where Godzilla was the villain or Godzilla was the hero. He continued, I think I should have realized that you can't be ambivalent about the title character. That's an interesting take on it. I mean, because if you really think about it, Godzilla is, well, technically an animal, right? So, and animals do what they need to basically survive. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. How do you argue against that? So,
exactly.
You know, is it doing it out of I don't know, you know, just wanting to survive, or is it actually making conscious decisions to I'm going to stomp on Tokyo because I just feel like it today because I'm a dick.
Like this Godzilla had children. It was protecting its eggs, you know, and it was supposed to be like,
Where I come from, we have a saying.
Exactly.
Oh no, there goes Tokyo. Go, go, Godzilla.
Yeah. Oh God, you're fantastic. I'll give you that point. So Melton Copper says, yeah, Godzilla Final Wars was Emmer Godzilla getting killed by the OG form. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that. God, I totally forgot about that one. So yes, Radioactive says Godzilla is a versatile actor. He can play a hero or a villain. And I know I mixed that up at the end, but I don't care. It's still the same. So yeah.
Exactly.
But Devlin added, right now it seems so obvious, but when we're doing it, we thought, oh, this is so interesting. We're doing something so cool. He, Emmerich, and Sony might have changed their tune if they test screened their movie, which turns out didn't occur, not once, to meet a Memorial Day release. By the time they previewed it for theater owners in Los Angeles, the point when Devlin finally saw the flaws, it was too late. I instantly knew what was wrong with the film, he recalled. I instantly knew how to fix it, and I knew we didn't have time to do it. Damn. Not even a test screening. I didn't know that. So,
you know what? It's their fault because he was holding out
And
to
now
try
we're
to
getting
make the
tested.
Midway. Roland Emmerich was trying really hard to make the Midway movie I watched yesterday. Midway 2019 was his intended next project after Independence Day. He kept trying to make it for years. It was a passion project. He finally made it with some money that he got from a certain country that starts with a C and ends with an A and has a communist dictator. It's not your Cuban dictator. It's not Canada. But I don't want to say the name. But if you think plates like fine crockery, a synonym
was
for
hopeful.
crockery, perhaps. Yes. China.
China.
We're talking about China.
Yeah,
That's right. It's time to talk about China.
Well, what's the
people.
difference? Canada, China, what's the difference at this point?
Quiet. Don't tell him
China,
we're coming,
well,
China. No.
China's fault.
Damn our leader.
Exactly. You know, that Trudeau up there, selfish little sock wearing bastard he is. Just leave with China. Anyway, we're not going to go to that right now. So he added, had we tested it, I would have done some reshoots. I would have juggled some scenes around. I would have established the characters and tried to set up who they were and what they want and what they care about first. And I absolutely would have made the decision that Godzilla is a hero and not a monster. Well, that's so great of you. Why am I getting all these things?
That's not the worst, though. In
Anyway.
King of the Monsters, he's a hero, and I enjoyed that part
it's
at
not.
the end where they all bowed down to him. Tell me that wasn't fucking awesome. That was like the best Godzilla we've gotten in a long time.
And I guess in
That
Minus
was
One, he is
awesome.
actually a villain. So,
Well, you know, I mean, so is
takes
Kim
out good,
Kardashian.
Oh, and the last one, yeah.
Still fun to watch them do things.
Yeah, yeah.
and
Phantom Boober, hail, Phantom Boober. How's it going, dude? Nice to see you here. And everything. Exactly. Godzilla and Mothra, a forbidden love. Brrr.
That was, by the way, Roland
Yeah.
Emmerich's plan for
Movie
the
that only
second
Hollywood
Godzilla
can
movie.
make.
He
half,
wanted
half giant insect, half really
half imaginary radioactive lizard. That was going to be
So-
Roland Emmerich's next movie was Godzilla and Mothra. He was going to try to go do like a whole monster franchise. They convinced him that
I would
this
have
was the
liked
way.
to see that.
Maybe we're
Kaiju
lucky
adult
we
film.
did.
No.
That's kind of like the 80s Beatles reunion. For everything you could tell me about it that would have been good, I can tell you a reason why it would have been bad. It's like, well, we would have gotten more Beatles song. It's like, imagine the song I Got My Mind Set on You, but with even more dated keyboards and synthesizers. And we all would have been like, And then we would be like, well, but it's the Beatles. And then someone else would have said, but Ebony and Ivory. And we all would have been like,
Hey, let's talk about the new Beatles song.
Is it any good? Like any
No.
Beatles song finished by AI, I don't want to hear. I consider it
Let's see.
illegitimate.
Yeah, where
Where is Patrick? Yeah, George Harrison wasn't
Yeah.
big on this song when he was alive when they were
Where's
redoing
Patra?
it, so it wasn't that good.
There's a reason why these songs didn't make it on
No,
their
not
records.
really.
That's like when Van
But,
Halen
yeah.
released that song that they hadn't released, and you're like, wow, ooh, this is awful. And they're like, yeah, it's from the original album. It got left off. I'm like, yeah, it should have been burned.
R.I.P. Eddie. Anyway, yeah. That's exactly.
Yeah, really. What a shame.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I
sorry,
still love
you know
the
what? I'm just
Godzilla.
going to say sorry, guys, because there's some other reason I'm roboting bad, and I haven't the faintest idea why. So, drive
It's
me
because
nuts.
you are, in fact,
You're-
Optimus Prime.
Well, no, you're in a big robot. Fighting the kaiju. You're fighting the kaiju for the good of man. And one of those.
No, I've
giant-
seen Mike before the show. He rolls in and transforms into human form for a while, and then he transforms back into like a Volkswagen and drives away at the end of the show. We've all seen it.
Yes, I know.
Cat's
out of the bag.
We've been working together too long to have secrets anymore. Mike actually is a transformer.
Yeah,
making him trans in a way, I suppose. But we love him.
I would have waited an eternity for this. It's over.
But crap.
But we digress.
Anyway,
so now for something
yeah,
completely different,
because I'm trying to. No, exactly, and that's why I'm trying to.
You're trying to do the thing where you find what you. You're trying to find what you need to read while also managing the show, right?
Well, yeah, that's kind
always
of part
fun.
of it, you know.
Yeah.
But it
That's
is
a real
on
brain
top of that,
basher,
but on top
honestly,
of that,
people.
because this stupid computer makes me want to rage at this point, and just makes me.
By the way,
want
is
to
there a
just,
specific Rim
throw it out
3
the
coming
window.
out? Was that still a rumor?
There's a porno version. Pacific Rim Job 3 is coming out. It's
Heard
been
of that one, yeah.
green-lighted. Yeah, it's been
But I like
greenlighted.
the Pacific Rim series. There's supposed to be a third one too. Like all films like to be threes now, so I'd like to see a third one. I enjoyed that series.
Well, you know what? Seeing how we're a little early and something's going on, why don't we just go straight to the cartoon at the end of the show, and I'll figure out what's going on.
Alrighty then.
Alrighty then.
Well, okay. Alrighty. So that being said, while I figure out what's going on, everybody enjoy cartoon.
Cartoon.
Zoro's just getting ready in his own way. What are you looking at? Please no.
Yeah!
Oh, Jesus! Take a good look. There goes the champion. You know, you think these pirates would have shown up by now.
Well, they could be at the other port.
There's another port?
Yeah, there's a port at the other side of the island.
You were just comprised to fail, aren't you?
Failure breeds success.
Then somebody better man up and give the sexification to Khloe Kardashian. Onward to battle!
Wait, what the does sexification mean?
Just look on the bright side. How could this get stupider than it already is?
Hey, you kids want to be on fire?
Damn it, man, I'm a pirate, not a doctor. Because I don't know about space-time travel. That's bullshit. That's it, you're going down. Drop it. Check it again.
They're dead.
Check it again.
Those must be the pirates.
I'm here.
They spotted us.
Shit, what's the plan?
We need to stop. But notice you cowering in fear of me. Continue to do this, as this is the proper action when faced with the great and powerful Usopp. Who is this clown? I think he's like a lunch monitor. Your deliverance will soon be at hand, my friends. Killing you will be frosting on my murder cake. This day is your reckoning. Should you want to live, you best kill yourself now. I'm sorry, but did you just poop? Right, let me check. Yes, I did. Oh, God. Sorry, I thought I was ripping ass. All right, enough of this.
Okay, what's plan B?
Not me. My nose is 6 inches long, I'm wearing a hairnet, and I just shit myself. Do you really think I have a plan B? Hey, can you and Misty get out of our way? We're kind of in a hurry here. If you plan on attacking these villagers, you'll have to do it on my grave. Villagers? It's talking about the attack on the villagers. What are you talking about? We're here to attack the cat this island. Ugh. No, don't It's good for them. They live healthier lives. But then why was Kuro Miss Kaya's butler for 3 years?
It was in my pants. What are you talking about?
It was Kuro. You had Freddy Cougar on the balls.
Me.
Oh, so he was stealing Miss Kaya's prop.
Well, hello there.
And we are back.
It was
Yeah,
I was
I
watching
don't
that
know
on
what's going
YouTube,
on.
and it was somewhat less choppy than we saw it, but it was still choppy. We saw worse
Very
than what
choppy.
got
Yeah.
transmitted, though. It's what
Yeah.
it was actually
Chop
our
suey.
experience was not as good as the experience on
You know what, folks
YouTube.
out there?
We apologize, but the good news is it wasn't super loud, no squealing explosion sounds, and we're getting there. We all we have is what we have to work with. That's why you should join this channel and help us get better equipment.
More super chats builds him to a better computer.
Memberships. Now that's
Exactly.
something you might want to consider. Membership in the Comic Relief Crusader makes you a member of the Comic
something really
Relief
weird is
Crusader
going on.
Army.
I don't know what it is.
Exactly.
In fact, at the Be
So, yeah, I just
Gentle
wanna apologize to you
mode,
folks out there.
at the Be Gentle level, we have some nice emojis already, which are pretty cool. And then they ease it in slowly. You get a whole bunch of stuff there for wow, like basically price of 2 Snickers bars, early access to new videos, member shout outs, exclusive member only videos, members only live streams. Am I allowed to come?
Yeah,
I guess I'll
you are.
join.
You are very gently, you know. So, yeah,
Where
I don't
is
know
this
what's going on.
This conversation going off. Oh my god.
Well, if I had to
We're
spill it
talking
out, then it
about
just
the
wouldn't be
importance
juicy
of
just now, would it?
membership, ladies and gentlemen.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
yes,
no,
we are.
Melted Copper, Phantom Boomer. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's super choppy because I haven't been.
Well, I think maybe the only shot you have at fixing that is
and
maybe less pixelation, like drop it down to like 780. That might be it. Maybe it's 'cause
Even
it's HD.
480.
I'm
480, I mean,
guessing.
even.
Are you trying to do it in 4K?
that's probably
Yeah,
I
what's
know,
the res?
right? And
Go to-
that's the
go to,
weird thing
like,
because it's
480.
down to like 720.
All I
already.
can say is that never happens to me, and I default play in 720. And we all see me transforming shit all the time on my show.
And the 720 doesn't work. You can even go with 480 just from
Yeah,
older computers.
it's really weird. So,
By the way, Mike, be gentle.
that's true. And I will try that.
Ease it in
Yeah.
slowly.
I'm trying to ease it in slowly.
I wasn't going. I couldn't. I
That's
couldn't.
right.
I
Ease it in slowly. So,
easing it in
Anyway,
slowly beyond my
see-
means, but be gentle. Is
you know,
right about
something
where
is
I'm at
done.
here.
Why don't I'll just end
a safe word.
it early, unfortunately. Sorry, plug their stuff. You may
Yes,
go
most definitely.
ahead.
Plug that stuff.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
Testing,
Something is
testing.
really
One,
screwed up
two.
right
We'll go with Tony. How about you first?
Yes.
You go first.
Who are we asking? Were we asking me?
We'll start. We'll go around.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna have a party.
Yeah, we'll go
after,
around. Tony.
Okay. All right.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Magnificent. All right. I'm gonna have an after party tonight after Doomcock's Friday Night Frolics tonight, where I'll be continuing the fun with singing songs, doing voices, and entertaining folks. And if you like what you hear here outside of the choppiness that is happening due to hardware issues, you can find me over on my channel of Stark of Iron, trying to push for that 500. When I reach that 500, I will be giving away a Mark 42 gauntlet that I built myself and have had for many years.
Nice.
And one lucky subscriber that will have to be in the chat during that party stream will be selected to be the winner. Other than that, no, not really. I'm trying to get my Skyrim stuff off the ground, and check me out on Sunday where I'm interviewing the Goatfather this week on the Tower After Hours. Back to you, Tom.
Speaking of Skyrim, are you still playing it currently? There's a current update that's screwing everybody's Skyrim up. If you've heard,
Yeah, I tried to do it last night, and it failed.
Yeah, I lucked out. None of mine. It's to do with the mods. They want the Creation Club to be all paid now, which I understand. Modders should get paid for it, but mine luckily hasn't messed up. I've been lucky. Tap on wood. Because I was playing it last night. It didn't mess up. But a lot of people are getting their Skyrim messed up big time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I suffered that last night.
Oh man, that's sorry.
And
me,
if I'm
I
still
guess.
roboting bad, I just want to say Admiral Teague and Sci-Fi Mombi, thank you for becoming new members, and hail to Snortopoopus also as well. Hi, Snortopoopus.
Hello, Snortopoopus, as Mike
Hello.
Robots.
And Teague, how about you? You were plugging anything? Good sir.
My name is Admiral Teague. I
Yes.
have recently attained monetization and been celebrating all week since the. By the way, they monetized me like real fast. Like once you fill out that stuff, like Mike wasn't kidding. Like 20 minutes later, it's like, congratulations, you're a YouTube partner. So like I'll be on next. I was on earlier. Saving Star Trek will be on at 6:30. And we'll hang out for a couple of hours, and we'll talk a little bit about what we talked about this morning, where we watched 2010, which is not a bad movie, but kind of only exists to kind of explain things left out of the first movie. So we let everybody in on the stuff that like a lot of people just don't know about why they do what they do in 2001. We'll talk a little about that. We'll have some pop culture reactions, and we should have some interesting panelists. We never know who's going to stop by Admiral Teague's. 1 hour from now, 90 minutes from now, just about at 6:30 U.S. Eastern Standard Time.
Awesome. All right. And sir, I'll just give you a quick rundown of mine and stuff. Yep, you were saying something?
We apologize for the buffering, guys. We're doing our best here.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to run down quickly.
StreamYards.
I'm doing some commercials right now, as you know. I'm trying to make the money on the side, and I made a friend of mine where, if anybody has ever seen the Christmas Story where he wore the pink Nightmare Bunny outfit, my dad actually was given one for Christmas, and then he gave it to me. He doesn't want to wear it, so I made my buddy wear it for a commercial for his store, and it's hilarious. I can't wait till that comes online. Mike, I'll share it with you when it comes online. It's I'm a good friend. It's like, yes, he's like, you bastard. It's like, whatever, you got to wear it. So it's advertised.
So he's got to meet Deej. This guy has to meet Deej.
Oh, yes. Believe it or not, you must meet Deej.
But yes, doing commercials, been filming commercials, editing commercials, doing all that fun stuff, keeping busy and making money. So, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. Pretty much doing myself, just trying to make the money, pay the bills, and Christmas time especially. So, and back to you, good sir.
Yeah, you know what? I really want to apologize, guys, because something really weird is going on with my computer right now. But I want to thank everybody that was in the chat today. And if I'm still roboting hard, then you know what, guys, I really apologize about what's going on.
No, you're good right now, sir. You're good right now.
Sci-Fi, Mombi, and Admiral Teague for becoming new members. Oh, that's really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
the
really
Metaphasic
weird.
Shield resonance has now gone away.
Yeah.
Keep the flow going.
Great. Yeah. It was like Event Horizon. It's like Liberate back.
All right, let's keep the flow going.
I'm just trying to get the flow going. Yes. So Snortopoopus, it's happening again. Oh my god. So yeah, I want to thank Phantom Boober. Sorry for the roboting. I want to thank Snortopoopus, Melted Copper, Carla Burton, Sci-Fi Mombi, and thank you for also becoming a new member. I want to thank also who else was in the chat because I don't know what's going to happen next. Radioactive, Wes Cagle, Stark of Iron. Let's see who else is here because my computer is like doing something really weird. Captain Infinity, thank you for dropping by. Wes Cagle, blah 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 blah. Because I just
like a countdown, it's going to explode, dude.
I'm going to
it like
this piece of shit computer. Killer Rabbit from space. And
computer self-destruct authorization Teague 1.
As a person that does repair computers, sometimes they can be annoying. So this is not his fault. He works his butt off to give the best product.
Helmet.
So
2 minutes to
any derivative Jill.
And Jill, the Phantomouts, the Phantom Boomer Explorers,
Christian Delorme.
This is going to take all of us. Christian, thank you so much for all you did for the channel today. We appreciate it.
It's nice knowing you all. We're all going up in flames soon. No.
Jill,
everybody that gave us you know what? If something, yes, I know. If anything happens, yeah. If anything, and StreamYard, of course, you know, who
Thank
was the
you, Little
first one in,
Ducky.
obviously, you know,
Thank you,
those
StreamYard.
guys
The
never say
duck
anything
of
in the
death.
chat, so, you know, whatever. I don't care. Yeah. So,
Fried mallard, anyone?
because I'm shifting in and out of reality, don't know what's going on. Yeah.
You're mid transformation, aren't
melted copper.
This is
God,
the point
you
where
know
we
what?
in the show where we
I'm
take a
sorry,
piece
guys.
of
I really
paper,
honestly don't.
we fold it in half, and I shove a pen through it to explain how Mike
yeah.
travels through time.
Yeah, that's basically it. So, yeah, or it could be just stream joining in. For all you 12 people, all of you guys out on
God,
Rumble
I
as
hope
well.
it's not StreamYards.
I hope it's not StreamYards either. But thank you for dropping on by. I'm really sorry for all the roboting. You know, this shouldn't be happening whatsoever. But you know, thank you all that gave super chats and super stickers and memberships and all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to say it right now. I'll get this problem solved, and I will see all of you guys on Titillating Tuesdays. And I'm going to shoot my computer. So to everybody out there, thank you very much for dropping on in. And we'll see you next time.
We love you all.
Bye.
Thank you for supporting our pal, the comic Relief
Okay,
Crusader.
bye.
Hit those like and follow buttons.